It's Red Carpet Comedy for week 49 of 260 minutes. I'm trying a bit of a departure this evening. Not really a fully written set that I'm going up with, kind of more of a outline of a structure for something that I want to do. It's going to be a bit of audience interaction. I'm going to have them vote on the best definition of my name as per urbandictionary.com, just because in reading it I thought it was hilarious. I am legitimately curious to see how this one goes. I had a weird moment of epiphany today sitting in the dressing room back here. Every Saturday night in this venue a drag show runs, and so we share the dressing room with their wigs and dresses and stuff. But there was a big, huge, massive roll of Gorilla Tape back there. And I was like, what the hell is the Gorilla Tape for? And I stood there for 5 minutes, and then I had this great moment of just oh, that's where that goes. Yeah. And I realized that drag queens are tougher than I am. Because that, Gorilla Tape, if you don't know, it's like duct tape cubed. It is the sticky, it's like glue on paper, it's the worst. So if they're taping stuff, they don't have to worry about shaving every week. Because they can just bikini wax themselves every single... Didn't plan on doing that, shouldn't have. The other day, I found a word online that I didn't know, and that surprised me. Not because my vocabulary is, gargantuan or something. It's just because I. It's just because the level of writing online is so low, it's grade 4, that I think I would know these words. But I found a word the other day, and the word was hinch. And I was like, what the hell is hinch? So I looked it up in a dictionary. It's not a word. So I feel a little bit better about myself. So I had to go to Urban Dictionary, and I found the definition of hinch. And it led me kind of down this rabbit hole, and you'll see why. The first definition of hinch is the coolest person around. In a sentence, that guy is so hinch. So clear. That was submitted by someone on June 20th, 2004. It was the second definition that got to me, though. The second definition, there's two versions. It's a verb, meaning to be bamboozled, fooled, taken advantage of by a complete loser. Or it's a noun, and it's C. Donovan. Which, for those of you that have forgotten, that is my name. So I, of course, had to click on that to see what it became. Now, I thought I knew what the definition of my name was. My parents always told me growing up. Apparently Donovan means fierce warrior or something. And, fuck you. Donovan means fierce warrior. My middle name means crowned with laurel, and my last name, though, that looks like an ego boost until you find out my last name means maker of sacks. Just kind of a letdown. Which I always just picture my ancestors being a sack pro. They're an expert in their field, they're serving royalty and stuff. They have all these acronyms, oh, what you got there is a seam. Yeah, that's a sack emitting all materials. Yeah. Acronym. It's like a rip. Yeah, you got a rupture in place. Yeah, that thing won't hold a potato or drown a witch. No. I picture my ancestors drowning witches. They were Catholics, so... But then today I actually started looking into it, and apparently online, according to babynames.com, the name Donovan actually means black-brown. So I got demoted from fierce warrior to a crayon. All right. It's waxy. But anyways, I discovered the Urban Dictionary definitions, and what I realized is that Urban Dictionary, it's like YouTube commenters trying out for Oxford. They're just throwing everything at the wall. And what I also realized is that people, I think, are using Urban Dictionary to get back at some people named Donovan. And then I realized that I have, been mean to a lot of people in my life. So one of these could be me. So I'm going to read them to you, then we're going to vote and see which one best describes me. You will see how that goes. It was just weird reading it, because you know how horoscopes are that weird, just anonymous, today's a great day for friends, and you're yeah, and then you don't call anyone? That's how I felt about this hate-filled, stuff about Donovan's. I was this could be me. So Let's find out. The first one, this is number 7. We're going to go from the least popular to the most popular. Number 7, Donovan, and I'll read them as wrote. The coolest thing ever to walk likes to finger girls. He is so hot. In a sentence, that guy is so hot, he's a Donovan. That was posted by Hot Girl, and all of the tags are the word hot with various numbers of T's. I already sense that one's not going to get any traction. By the way, if you find a definition you like, you can order it on a t-shirt. Yeah, that's their business model. You can print your own t-shirt with some horrible definition. So, this is number 6 here now. This one's a little flattering. So, the most powerful commander of the East, Chinese name apparently. Apparently it is actually Gaelic, which is a horrible thing to be from. It just sounds weird. The most powerful commander of the East, most feared of any man in the entire universe, complete and utter badass. In a sentence, I ran into a Donovan. It scared the shit out of me. Did you see that man destroy 9 people at once? It must be a Donovan. Let's see. By the way, if any of you have actually heard these before, let me know, because I've never heard any of these. That one's not going to get any much traction. Number 5, a person who denies being a hipster even though they actually are. Person 1, you're such a hipster. Hipster, no I'm not. Person 1, stop being a Donovan. Maybe that could be me. All right. Number 4, a person who is very quiet and always scheming in their head, does not like other people, and always has something bad to say about someone. That was the person that I say bad things to about other people. You should not make an enemy out of this person. They are very sneaky and will stab your back. In a sentence, that guy tricked me to sell stocks. He must be a Donovan. That one's thanks to Rusty William. And remember, you can get that on a mug, apparently. All right. Number, what are we at? 3. Donovans are not the most powerful commanders of the East. Controversy. Modern day Donovans are fat. Easy. Mental diseased pussies. Donovans were named by a pair of pussy parents that thought their kid would be great. Donovans are far from any type of leader. They are pussy mama's boys. A little redundant. Donovans have no sense of style and are very odd looking. I can see you're suppressing it now. Okay. In a sentence, guy. Yo, that kid got the biggest wedgie. Guy 2. I know, Donovan is such a dork. Look at Donovan crying. That one hurt. That brought back some memories, I'll be honest. Number 2. A person with unfortunate facial features and thinning hair. Okay. Most view as creepy and antisocial. Someone who epitomizes laziness to the point of living off his spouse. He has an IQ of a gnat and should not bear offspring. His DNA is deeply flawed. Watch out or you will be hinched. Donovan is the type of person who likes to eat lots of smelly-ass burgers, thereby attracting fugly women of decent financial means. And can I just remind you that this person also used the word epitomizes and spelled it correctly? Cannot be trusted and will lie and cheat to get what he wants. No redeeming emotional connections, that he misspells, to anyone but himself. In a sentence, yo dog, you so lazy and disgusting, you's a Donovan. And this was posted by Asperger. I think I might know who that is. See, that's weird. Like, I know that they're like, because sometimes these definitions become like just these rants against people. Like, I actually clicked on the definition of jailbait. Don't ask why. And one of the definitions that was submitted by a user was just some guy being like, that 14-year-old slut down the street. I was like, I think this might be your problem, dude. Look under P for, yeah. The last definition that they gave, this is the highest voted one, is a very loose vagina. It is also very smelly. In a sentence, looks like she has Donovan. Now, this one confuses me a little bit because I would have assumed that the looser, the less odor issues. I just feel as though there's like room for air to flow and like you could stick a Febreze stuck it up there or something. I don't know. Like, oh, it's like a rainforest. Will be once I'm done with it. Boom! Why is there nobody to high five? Oh. So those are the definitions. Based on your reaction, we're gonna go by vote here, and we'll see what happens. Number 1 was a very loose vagina. Number 2, we'll just go down to the top 3 that I kind of got a reaction to. Number 2 will be not the most powerful commanders of the East, fat, mental diseased pussies. And number 3 will be very quiet and scheming in their head, always has something bad to say about us. You know, I came out here with some self-esteem. Okay, we know which one won. Okay, we get it. I came out here with some self-esteem, and I was like, I'm going to give them the out. I'm going to let them say that I'm a vagina, because that one's the most ridiculous. It'll be the nicest thing anybody's ever done to me. So, thank you very much, folks. That's my time. True story. I realized that if you wanted to teach abstinence education in high schools and stuff, just teach them that. Like, I would have gone nowhere near a woman whose uterus. That set was a lot of fun to do. I like how relaxed I was. I liked where I was willing to go. I guess sometimes in 260 I got a little too committed to the joke that I'd written, the words that I'd written, so it was nice to kind of depart from that. I think that was a fun bit to do. I don't know if it's something that'll stick around. It might be of the time. It might be something I'll try again, like a club set or someplace where they're up for something a little bit weirder. Because when you bring out a piece of paper, immediately it says like something else is going on. This was a bit more planned, and stand-up's supposed to be, I think, a bit more spontaneous. But I'll let's be honest. I'll try it again. They laughed. It was funny. There were some good punchlines in there. I might be able to script good beats and then continue to riff in between them, which is always a fun thing to do on stage.